Hey everybody, Still Guts in Tennessee here. Glad y'all are back. Today I got a little short video. I'm gonna call it a quick tip, but it's really about gun marks and how they're calculated and how all that works. I kind of thought I knew how it worked, and I've been watching Skill for LTU, which is a European streamer. Got the most gun marks, 3 marks on all his tanks, by far over anybody else, and he's on the Russian server now, taking him up to 100%. So, and I learned a couple things from him about how this stuff works. So, I'm on my AMX 1375. I got my first mark. I'm trying to get to my second. So, if you look here, go here real quick. So, I've made it up to 81 something, 81.72. So, the part everybody probably understands is you got to get to 85%, and you're going against people of the last 2 weeks, and it's your last 100 battles, although you can get it in less than 100 battles, and I don't know what the minimum is. I haven't figured that out, but there's got to be a minimum, because if you had a kick-ass battle in your first battle, you wouldn't get 3 marks on your gun. So the way Skill explains it is, so if, let's just say, the average damage and assisted damage in this tank for the last 2 weeks, let's just say, is 1,000 to make it easy. So I would have to get an average of 1,850 to get my second mark. And see, I always thought it was more than 85% of the players, and it's not. It's, you got to be 85% above the average damage and assisted damage of all the players playing this tank of the last 2 weeks. So again, like I said, if the average damage and assisted damage was 1,000 for these players, and that was the average, then you would have to be averaging 1,850 over your last 100 battles to get your second mark. And then also, it's not your total assisted damage, which is what I thought too. It's one or the other. It's the highest of your spotting or your tracking. So I picked a game here that I played and where I actually got a little bit of tracking. So in this, say I got 1,035 damage, and I got 3,031 spotting, 337. So I didn't get 3,300 assisted to add to the 1,000. I get the greater of those two. So in this case, I got 3,031 plus the 1,035. So 4,070 or 60 something was what I got out of this game. So, and that's kind of how that works. And I didn't realize that. I thought it was the total. So, if you're kind of trying to calculate this stuff as you're going up to see are you increasing your mark, you really need to look at that. You just can't look at your total assisted damage. You got to hover over this and it breaks it down for you. And you're only getting the greater of those two amounts. So, anyway, I hope that cleared it up for some people. Like I said, I didn't know this. I didn't know about the greater of these two working, and I didn't know that 85% was 85% above the average damage and assisted damage. I just thought, like I said, 85% above 85% of the players. So, so if y'all are trying to do your gun marks and all that, I hope y'all picked up something from that, and give me a thumbs up, and I'll see y'all later. Have fun, keep tanking.